Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing about the cloud architecture. This will help you understand the internal components of the cloud system. But before that, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications as well. Cloud is basically a decentralized place used to share information through satellite networks. Every cloud application has a host, and the hosting company is responsible for maintaining the massive data centers that provide security, storage capacity, and the computing power needed to maintain every single bit of information that is sent by the user. The term cloud in technology or in computing is usually used to describe the internet. If you think of the internet as a virtual space that connects users from all over the globe, it's similar to a cloud. And cloud systems share information by the way of networks. Information and data are stored on physical or virtual servers which are maintained and controlled by cloud service providers such as AWS and GCP. To understand the working of a cloud system, it's easier if we divide it into three sections: the front end, backend, and the cloud-based delivery. The front end is the side of the computer user or the client. It is what enables a user to access data stored in the cloud using an internet browser or cloud computing software. It includes the software user interface and the client's device. Software includes the cloud computing software that runs from the user's side. This could be a web browser or a client-side application. User interface is what the end user directly interacts with to get the work done. Finally, the client's device or the network includes the hardware that the client uses, such as the user's PC or any other type of input device. Now let's talk about the backend, which is basically the cloud service provider side. The backend powers the front-end architecture. It contains various computers, servers, data storage systems, and is generally located in a server farm in data centers in a geographically distant location. Backend is made out of several components such as applications, services, cloud runtime, storage, infrastructure, management, and security. Now let's discuss about each of these components separately. Applications is the interface that is being offered to the end user. Services provide the utility in the architecture. This means that any task that runs on the cloud computing system is taken care of mainly by the service. It is similar to the heart of the architecture and is one of the main components in the entire system. Cloud runtime is where the service runs. It's similar to an operating system in the cloud with technologies such as virtualization, allowing multiple runtimes to exist on the same server. Then comes storage, which is where all the data required to operate the cloud software resides. In the backend architecture, storage systems take the form of many hard drives in server base. This is then managed by the management software, which partitions the drives into what is needed by the operating system in the cloud to run various services. Remember that storage varies with the cloud service providers today, with all of them having a product dedicated solely to cloud storage. Next, we'll talk about infrastructure, which is the engine powering all cloud software services. This includes the computing components such as the central processing unit, the graphics processing unit, the motherboard, and all the other components required for the system to function smoothly. Then comes management. The central server manages the cloud system. It would manage traffic and client demands to ensure everything runs smoothly. It follows a set of rules called protocols and uses a special kind of software known as the middleware, which ensures seamless connectivity between the network of computers or devices to communicate with each other. Finally, we'll talk about security, which is a critical part of any cloud computing infrastructure. Security infrastructure is created by keeping the debugging process in mind. Regular storage backup and virtual firewalls are a few other elements that belong to the security system. Now let's talk about the third and final part of the cloud architecture: the cloud delivery system. This is what allows information to be delivered between the front end and the back end. It includes service models such as infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and platform as a service. There is another video on these three models. I would recommend you to watch the video to learn more about the cloud service models. I'll make sure to add the link in the description box below. Finally, what connects the front end and the back end is the network, which is the internet. It acts as the connection between client and the cloud. That brings us to the end of the video on cloud architecture. I will link the videos that will be useful on cloud computing in the description box below. Don't forget to share this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that like button.